Gold. When we talk about gold here on AVC, it's a special segment. Because again, it's not unheard of to find 5s, 10s, and 20s. And if you want certified coins, uncirculated coins, circulated coins, they're out there. We'll find them for you. Just talk to our operators, talk to our concierge service. But when we talk about them on the air here, we spend our airtime on some of the special pieces. The ones with the greatest stories, the best values. And tonight, well, that's inside of a series that came out of the gold rush in 1849. It's known as our $1 Liberty, which was made from 1849 to 1854. We're talking 100 and almost 75 years ago. And look at these coins. They are gorgeous. So the Liberty Gold series, prior to this denomination being added, was a 2.5, a 5, and a 10. Well, in 1849, the California Gold Rush, right? We now have gold. The U.S. has gold. The government now has gold, so they expand gold. And they make a $20 gold piece, a 1-ounce piece, to be used by businesses, banks, and governments back and forth. And then they also made a citizen gold, a $1 gold piece. The reason why they made a $1 gold piece is the Morgan dollar didn't start until 1878. We didn't have much silver in this country. We did not make a lot of silver dollars. So everybody had to use 2 half dollars, 4 quarters, etc. So with gold now, let's make a gold dollar. By size, these are a little bit smaller than a dime, but that's the ballpark for review. But finding the early years, again, they were introduced in 1849. This series lasted till 1889. But in 1854, we changed it to the Indian princess design. Very similar to the $3 gold piece they kind of tried and failed at that time as well. So the Liberties only were a short 5-year window, 1849 to 1854. Tonight we have 2 specific coins. Early issues, 1850, 1851. Now, looking at these coins, they are gorgeous, as the graphic says, uncirculated coins. Anybody notice that price yet? Yeah. With our competition at $6.50 to $6.99 for the same uncirculated coins. We are in a very competitive gold market, hundreds less. And it's not a random coin in a random grade. You're getting exactly what you ask for here. If you want a 50, you can get a 50. You have a 51, you can get a 51. You want them both? Join us. You're going to love them. The designs were subtle. The Liberty series was meant to be. The obverse is, well, very clean and plain. Now, on the $1, because it's a smaller coin, they did not put the date on the obverse like the other coin sizes, denominations. They put it on the back. It's just a wreath, a big 1, and then the year. Simple, clean, let's get them out there. Why do I not find any of these smaller gold coins? Well, again, remember, I referenced earlier, if you want 10s and 20s, we can get them for you. They're out there. Everybody has them. It's a great piece. In 1934, when FDR made gold no longer open, and only collectors could have a few coins, but everything else, the banks and any investor had to turn their coins in. What happened to the coins? If you had a lot of them, you sent them to Europe, and they stayed in the vaults in Europe. If you're the average citizen, you turned in your gold. 1s, 2.5s, 5s. If you had the bigger ones, maybe those as well. Gold disappeared. It wasn't legal to own gold again until the American Eagle program came out in the mid-1980s here. But the real reason you don't find coins dated like these are is because of one thing. If you remember our U.S. history, in the 1860s, we had this thing called the Civil War. Yeah, and it was a tear up the country thing, right? Both sides, the North and the South, needed precious metals to pay for the war effort. So if it was copper, if it was silver, if it was gold, you name it, they grabbed onto it, they melted it and used it. And the reason why they used the bullion was nobody cared. They wanted the bullion. Nobody knew who was going to win, so we want the bullion. So coins dated prior to 1861 are, well, pricey. Look at the guidebooks, the red books, the black books, the blue books, etc. Whatever works. Let's look at the values at that point in history back compared to that point forward. And it's because of one thing. Everything was destroyed. I mean, we used encased postage stamps. The local people in stores would make their own cents called Civil War tokens. Remember those? They're a fun series. And it was because we didn't have silver, gold, and copper. Well, we made fewer gold coins than we made silver coins than we made copper, right? So we made fewer coins in the first place. Having any of them survive is like, well, thank you. Because again, 175 years ago, I mean, we're celebrating next year USA 250. And this coin is from the early half of our history, the first 75 years. It's a $1 gold piece introduced because we had gold finally, directly tied to the gold rush. First coin made was 1849. And again, this design only lasted until 1854. Just a fun one. Just an outright fun one. Vintage figures are totally deceiving because, again, what happened during the Civil War. Population reports, NGC, PCGS, were the ones that publish what they see, which are most of them. Give you an idea how few of them are known. And those numbers are tiny. Guys, give me a 1 minute clock. So tonight, and again, if you watched this in the past, you know that whenever we find an early $1 gold piece, we grab onto it. There's no better story. There's no better collector coin. There's no better rarity. I mean, I love the big coins. Go big or go home, right? It's our way. But when you get these rare, special, early issues, and the quality as you're seeing here, and they're priced like this. I mean, a 1/10 ounce brand new gold coin is going to cost you how much with gold at give or take $3,000 today? Think about that. So tonight, privileged to talk about it, early issue $1 libs. Not random, 1850, 1851 specific. They're both gorgeous uncirculated, as you've seen from the samples on our set. Just don't miss out. Again, as I started with this one, gold is always special. When we talk gold on the air, it's beyond that. These coins, wow.